everyone, this is Marta from Drop of Sunshine. Welcome back on my YouTube channel, my friends. Today I have the video which is actually recording from my live classes I had some time ago on the Facebook, but not everyone have the access to the Facebook, and these classes, they were 1 hour long, and because I'm trying to clean the memory on my phone, I thought I'm just gonna quickly edit this video because I don't want to delete it without showing you, because this is a great idea. So what I'm having here, I am playing on my Valentine paper collection, but I'm gonna be creating the wedding card. But please be welcome to use any papers you have, anything you have on your stash. You really need 2 pieces of the A5 size card, which I'm having here. And what I'm gonna do, I will do a little bit of the scoring, and then we're just gonna trim a little bit to the flap size, and that's a very easy and yet very effective idea. If you've never seen the pop-up box card, they are absolutely gorgeous. They are looking fun and fabulous, and what is more important, you can fold them back so they will easily go to the envelope and you can mail them. So I've placed the A5 size card on the scoring board, and I score it at 4 and 8 inches, and then I left this little bit to the side, and then I am just twisting it round to the side, and I'm scoring at 3.5 of the inches. And on the second piece I only score one side till the 4-inch mark, and then I score a little bit on the flap. And if someone is using the metric measurements, that will be you've got pieces of the cardstock which are 10 by 15 centimeter. You place them on a scoring board longer side, and you score it at 10 and 20 centimeter, and then you move it to the side and score it at 9 centimeters. And now I am just cutting this little piece from the flap on the top, from the top side, and scoring in between the lines up till the scoring point. So here you can see it's very easy, and all we have to do is just to add some adhesive on those little flaps and join these 2 pieces together, and our pop-up box, it's basically ready. And because those cards like that, they are always like they're gonna be folded back and out, so I like to use a little bit of the stronger adhesive. So I like to work with the red double-sided tape because it's much stronger, and then if I'll need a liquid adhesive, I would rather use the glossy accent, which is a very quick drying type of the glue, and it's really holding strong, and I never had any trouble with it. So here you can see I am just gonna be attaching the strip of the red tape to this little flap I've created, and use my scoring tool just to press it really well, make sure it's all nicely glued. And now here you can see I've left this one back side unscored because I think it's looking nice. Whenever you have this box open, you have this back side standing up straight, and all we really have to do is to create a couple of the strips. I'm having the pieces from the scrap paper I'm gonna be using for that, and here I'm just quickly showing you the Valentine card project from our blog hop I've created, and I will link it somewhere here because it's really nice as well, so maybe someone would like to use the idea. And here I cut a couple of the strips. I think they were around like a 15 centimeter long, like just cut from the piece of the A5 size scrap paper. And now I am just gonna be gluing them inside. I'm just scoring them to the points when they will be the same length as my box, and then that will give me 2 little flaps to add my glue to the sides. And it's very easy. It doesn't take much time, and all you really need is to create around 3 or 4 strips like that, something which will help you out to glue all your elements inside of your box. So this way all this like space will be nicely filled, and your box will look full, and you will have this nice display. One more thing I could recommend you, my friends, that whenever you're creating this type of the pop-up box or any 3D crafts, it's always a good idea to use some sort of a double-sided paper. Here in this Valentine collection, I have the papers which are in I think it's 7 different designs, and they also have the matching insert papers which are a little bit lighter weight, and the same on my collections which are available on the craft stash. For each single design you have this insert paper which you can print, and this way you don't have this white blank paper. Your box is already dressed up inside, and that's really makes a change and help you out, because you won't have to additionally dress it up from the inside because it will be already done for you. Now here I use my heart shape dies. This is just a mixture of all the heart nesting dies I had. I cut them in a various colors using the papers from the Valentine collection, and I use couple like 3 or 4 different sizes just to have something different. And for the back piece, this rectangular which is staying straight, I've cut myself a bigger heart, and this will be a perfect place to put your wishes, because I always had this trouble where to hide the wishes. Sometimes you just want to write something on the message. So here you can if you're creating this like a wedding card or something and you would like to write some dedication, you can always cut another heart shape exactly same like that, and have your wishes either written or printed, and this way it will be perfect place to hide your message. Now here I am gluing this big heart, and I also have this die cut piece of the wedding couple, and this is very old die. I think it's coming from the Creative Expression from one of the Sue Wilson dies, and I really like it. I always like to cut it either in silver or in gold. I really like this couple. However, and another thing you can use here, it not necessarily have to be this wedding die. You can actually put the photo here. That will be looking really nice, and this will make this whole personalization of your project up to the next level as well. But because I was just creating a generic wedding card, I've decided this couple will do. Now what I'm gonna do, and this is the whole clue of creating this pop-up box, is to place as many hearts, as many of those elements to fill up my box. And for that I will be using this little bars which I've glued inside of my box. So here you can see, and this is a very important tip for you as well, my friends. Whenever you're creating the pop-up box like that, and you would like to have some sort of a embellishment or the focal point like I have here in the form of the wedding couple, or some sort of a happy birthday, you know, best wishes with love, whatever sentiment, and you are placing it on this back side, make sure that you keep on checking that your composition is not actually covering it, because it's very easy. We're just focusing on gluing so those little hearts here and there, and just keep on checking, just keep put your card flat so you could see like, oh, is this cover or not. So this is another idea I would recommend you, just to keep on checking. And here you can see I am creating those scar hearts. Some of them I am placing a little bit lower, some of them a little bit higher, just to have this little variation, and it all looks nice and easy. And then I'm keep on checking, I'm keep putting those box flat, because once the recipient will take it out from the envelope, I want it to look nice in all way, not only when it's unfolded. And another thing I really like to use in this type of the pop-up boxes is the acetate. I always like to cut myself a couple of the strips of the acetate, usually not wider than like a half an inch or 1 centimeter, and then I like to I like to add here a couple of the elements to those longer strips, and this is kind of the interactive elements which will give you a little bit like a wobbling effect, which is also very nice. And having those like a floating elements, it's always a great idea. What you can use is either hearts or some butterflies, or maybe like a balloons. If you're creating the baby card, that will be just perfect elements to add to your pop-up box. And it's very simple, very easy. Last thing I have to do is to dress up a little bit of those 3 flaps I'm having here, and for that I've decided to use few of my flowers. And these flowers, which you can see here, they are also available for you to print and cut them out. They are coming from one of my digital collection, which you can get from the craft stash. So once you will print them out, you will be able to create the same flowers, and then you could either glue them flat, or just do a little bit of the shaping like I did here, and I add some little pearls in the center. So I hope you enjoy this card idea. I hope it's something interesting and that will spark some joy and some creativity, so you could look through your drawers, see what you have, and create this pop-up box for yourself for any occasion. Even like for Easter time, which is coming, you can fill it with some like eggs, some nice chicken elements, or some little sheep, and that will be working well as well. Thank you so very much for being here and watching. If you enjoy my video, please don't forget to give me a like, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, say hi in a comment, because that's really will help me out as a creator. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Stay blessed, and bye bye.